our first Q&A because we've been getting lots of questions on our page, which we actually love. We've been answering as many people as we can, and but we just got a handful of questions we thought we'd make a video on and give the answers out to everybody. So there's been people noticing as we drive in our cars, our windshields are cracked, and that's just something very common in Alaska because they don't salt the roads. They put sand and gravel on the roads, and getting rocks kicked up in your windshields is very common up here. So
yeah,
typically, technically it's illegal to have a cracked windshield, but as long as it's not in the driver's field of vision, if there's no crack going right across my face, I don't typically worry about it.
A big shatter spot, and
the one video where you're videoing through the one focus, you're in the passenger seat and all the cracks from the passenger side.
yeah.
So, but yeah.
Yeah, 98% of Alaskans have a cracked windshield unless they have a brand new car or they just replaced it.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is once you get a rock chip, you have a little tiny chip, and then you turn your defroster on your window and you just watch it crack all the way across, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. And I remember when we first got together, first got married, you had a perfect windshield in your truck. I remember you texting me one day that you just got a rock chip and then a crack, and you were like, oh.
And I heard it one day. It just cracked, and I watched it crack the entire windshield all the way to the other end, and I was like,
well,
nothing you can
it's
do.
just like every other truck now.
Yep. So anyway, that's a normal thing.
And then so next is how we get water out here to our cabin, because it is a dry cabin. We don't have running water. We have 2 5-gallon water jugs that we take over to the neighbor's house and we fill them in the utility sink. So they have a back door that leave open for us, and we just go in there and get water. So I fill the 2 up, and then I think Angie did a short video we'll splice in here of how we pull it up in the air. We actually put 1 jug up in the air with a little valve we found on Amazon for real cheap, and hang on rope and 3 pulleys. So it's on pulleys, so it's easier to haul the water up high. And I guess technically it's gravity fed running water.
Yep.
Until your 5 gallons runs out.
Yep. And it's not far from the stove, so sometimes it's warm water.
A little warmer. And then, so, and that being said, this jug right here, we just leave on the wood stove all the time, and it's got water in it. So, in the morning time, when she goes to do dishes, she's already got hot water, and she doesn't have to make hot water. And in the summertime, we're not running the wood stove. We have a Instapot. So, Insta-kettle, whatever. Oh, Instapot's for food, isn't it?
Yeah, the instant kettle.
So, we got the Insta-kettle, and you know, it makes hot water really fast, but, you know, this is free. It's already sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what do we got next? Why are you making coffee in a dirty coffee maker? So, I personally have quit drinking coffee like a year ago. I was like a 2-pot-a-day guy. I would hot coffee, cold coffee, sludge at the end of the day coffee. It didn't matter. I was just so addicted to the caffeine. So, I haven't drank coffee in like a year. So, since she's only making coffee for herself, she's been using her French press, which makes awesome coffee.
Mm-hmm. And I just rinse it out every day, and I use it every single day. So to me, it's not dirty. It's just, I rinse it out, reuse it, and occasionally I wash it, but not very often.
Yeah, I mean, it's just grounds from the day before, rinse, throw it in the compost.
Yeah, nobody's actually drinking out of it or anything.
And honestly, when we had a coffee pot with drip coffee, all we did was rinse the pot out. You know, you never really wash the pot.
I did have another comment last week. Someone asked why I don't rinse my dishes.
Oh, that's just true.
And I don't, because you have to use more water to rinse them. I use organic, non-toxic soap. I just use a tiny bit, and I've been doing it for like a year and a half, and we've never gotten sick, so I figure it's good. And what's a little soap in your system? I mean, you know. So anyway, yeah, no, we've never gotten sick from it or anything.
Does that keep your innards clean?
Sure. It keeps your immune system busy. Just like using a dirty coffee pot. Keeps it up top notch.
Yeah. So, yeah, just simple living, find an easier way to do things, you know, and it's like, just because this is the way everybody's done it for so many years doesn't mean that's always the right way. We just find
Do it our
different
way.
ways,
Whatever
simpler
works.
ways. Type of camera. So somebody wanted to know what type of camera we use. So we originally started with our old phones. I have an iPhone 5. She had a 6.
An iPhone 6.
And then we upgraded to a GoPro Hero 8, which I like. She doesn't like it. I like it, but it does good for me in the summertime and all my running and mountain adventures and stuff.
Oh, it's good for outside.
It does really crappy in the wintertime. Unless you can keep the battery warm, it's dead in like 30 minutes, whether you're using it or not.
Yeah.
So you got to be able to keep the battery warm. So wintertime is so. Summertime, I love it. The latest thing we have is now your iPhone 12 Pro Max, and that's what you do all your video, your editing, everything on.
Upload everything on that. I don't go through a computer at all. I use strictly the iPhone.
So, we have future plans. We want an Apple computer. We are starting to look at drones. We'd love to get some drone footage, especially in the summertime when we're hiking. And then there's one other camera that you've been looking at.
Yeah.
Similar to what Steph has.
Yeah, it's a more of a vlogging camera. It's more for videos, but this works for now.
Yeah.
This works really good for what we're doing right now.
So we do have plans of getting more stuff in the future, better stuff. As we go on.
Lights, microphones, all those things that make videos better. Backdrops.
Backdrop.
You know, whatever. Things like that, but
the cabin's not a good enough backdrop. So
we're cheap, and this is what it is.
Well,
we got.
So as you've been noticing, we're slowly getting our kitchen walls put up. Kitchen, living room, it's all kind of the same room.
It's all the same, yeah.
Somebody commented where it'd be nice to have like tongue and groove on these walls, which I agree, that would be awesome. But
that would be pretty. But
we're pinching pennies. We're, I don't want to say you're being cheap. Okay, we're being cheap. So
we're reusing,
recycle, reuse. So what we have up here now, it's actually all recycled pallet wood from big crates that our son-in-law, where he works, they got these ginormous crates that had all these pieces of equipment in it. So he's been hauling all these pallets home, and it's just like some absolutely perfect wood for what we've been doing. And it's going to fill in the walls really nice. And, we're about halfway there. We just got to take the time to finish them. But yeah, there's some stuff I would, in my mind, I think would look better. But it's a cost thing. So we're just trying to keep it under a budget, because we have other plans. We're saving for other stuff, and we'll address that in another video in our future plans. All right. Electricity. Well, we have electricity here, and the electricity actually comes from the neighbor's house. So explain what the neighbor's house is.
Sure.
So we have this. We're not really remote. We're just outside the city limits here, and we're on my personal property. The house next door that we call the neighbor's house is actually my house, and it's her daughter, her daughter's husband, and our 4 grandkids live over there, and those are our neighbors. So we have access to the house. We never really go over there very often, but we have access to the house. But over there, I ran a burial cable on a 30 amp breaker to the cabin, not knowing we're not going to use a lot of power over here, but it's a burial cable, so it's up to code, and we have 30 amp service out here at the cabin. And it just makes things nice and easy. We started with no power, and I think no power would be fine if we were farther out. We'd probably deal with it and figure it out. But since we're right here in town, it just made things so much nicer and easier.
How come we Can't read
Oh.
my writing. Your writing. I can't
That's
read your
my
writing.
that's my writing. I can't even read my writing. Okay. How come we don't have a well? So somebody asked, why don't we have a well or get water in here some other way? We could actually do that. We could tap water right into this place because, like I said, the neighbor's house is 100 feet away. But I could easily plumb water out here. But first off, we like the dry cabin living. We like the lifestyle. The second reason for that is our future plans is we don't plan on being here all year long. We want to be able to just get rid of all of the consumables, all the stuff in the fridge,
And walk away.
and lock the door, walk away, not have anything, worry about water freezing pipes or anything. Because our future plans is more adventurous, more long-term hikes, month-long hikes. Months-long hikes.
Almost a year would be good.
So
years of hiking.
So a lot of this we're building now is in preparation for future plans that we have, which we'll probably cover all that in another video.
Coming to our channel soon.
Yeah, we'll cover all that in another video or future endeavors. Hunt and fish. Well, hunting and fishing in Alaska is huge, very huge. We haven't hunted very much. I personally have only been attempting to hunt for the last couple of years with my son-in-law and a couple other friends. They've been taking me out here and there. We haven't got anything yet. Mainly hunting for moose. I have some friends that hunt for caribou, bear, sheep. Oh yeah, all sheep. So every year we do a little more hunting, and eventually we'll get something. That'd be awesome because we love the fresh game meat. Fishing. There's fishing up here all year. I personally haven't got into ice fishing much. The neighbors do it. We go out there with them every once in a while.
It's fun.
My favorite is silver salmon fishing in the summer. And then hopefully we can make time for it this summer. Is dip netting is what Alaskans use for subsistence fishing. That's where you fill your freezers. So we should do that this year and fill our freezer.
I've done a lot of that. I have done a lot of the Copper River Red, the Kenai Red fishing, dip netting. We used to fill our freezers every year. And then we almost always got a moose also. But I was never on the hunting end of it. I was always on the drag it in out of the bush and process it end of it. So I never actually shot one.
We can change that.
But I know how to take care of it once it's down.
Chop it up and carry it out. And then the neighbor, our son-in-law, he is very good at processing the meat. He's done it all his life. And he was also worked at
He was the butcher at the grocery store.
Yeah, he was a butcher at a grocery store for a couple of years. So he took his prior knowledge along with his butcher knowledge, and so he's super awesome at processing his own meat. So all the game meat that we bring in, with his help, and it'll all get processed right here in house. And I think like this, we have to do anything else? Or he does his own sausages and everything. So yeah, it's gonna be yummy. All right, yard animals. People were asking if we had like chickens and yard animals and stuff. And I'll let you answer this one. I've been talking forever.
Oh, yeah. No, we don't. Someone asked if we had poultry, chickens and whatnot for eggs and meat. And we do not have any yard animals because we didn't plan on being here. We actually had planned on being gone this year. So we hadn't planned on any yard animals, anything more than just our Maddie dog. Nothing to take care of. So I don't really have any future plans of any either, unless we are completely settled in a homestead out in the bush and we can keep chickens away from bears. We'll probably have chickens.
Yeah. Once we settle down, we'll definitely have chickens. But I think the neighbors are planning on putting in a chicken coop this year and having chickens. So, we can always borrow off them.
Yeah. I have friends with chickens, so that's good.
Yeah. So we get lots of fresh eggs. garden. So I should probably let you answer this one.
Same idea there, where we don't have a garden. I'm kind of planning on trying to grow some things that we eat all the time, just straight out of the garden type things. Nothing really to put away and process. Just like lettuce and spinach and things that they're not gonna keep anyway. We could just eat them all summer.
Eventually, and it's the same thing because we don't plan on being here all year. We plan on doing lots of hiking and not be around a lot. And that's why we haven't really planned anything. COVID kind of delayed all our plans, so we're here longer than we expected.
And we don't have a great property for gardening.
Yeah, there's a lot of trees, and it's north facing, so we don't get the super good sunlight for gardening.
Yeah, once we get a piece of property far away from civilization with a lot of acres, then we'll probably do a lot more gardening.
Yeah.
What you got?
I had a comment today on why don't we like build a little corner in our cabin and like put a toilet inside, because we have an outhouse. We poop outside. And we've actually discussed that when we were first building this place, and we had looked at options of like a compostable toilet and whatnot and put it somewhere in here. And it just came down to it's easier to have an outhouse outside, and I don't know, it doesn't really bother me at all. And we get it serviced and it's not a pit. It's not a pit outhouse. I built it with a 55-gallon tank in it. So a couple times a year we'll have it come out and have them service it. It's all self-contained. It's on skids. So if we get property far out, we can actually load it up on a trailer and take it with us. Or we can just build a better one when we get there.
Yeah.
So. But it's environmentally friendly. It's not putting garbage in the ground. It's all contained in a plastic tank. So it's all legal.
Yeah. So yeah, we don't have a bathroom in the house. We don't have a bathroom sink. We don't brush our teeth inside. We don't poop inside. I don't know. What else do you do? We don't bathe inside.
Yeah.
We don't have a bathroom.
No, we have a bathroom area that holds our toothbrush.
That's about it.
And there's a mirror.
You want to take a shower? Make sure the neighbors aren't busy.
Yeah, she'll take a shower at the neighbor's house. I work at a mechanic shop, and we have a shower where I work, so I'll just take a shower there. But yeah, we like it here. It's peaceful. It's quiet. Nobody visits us. It's nice.
Yeah.
But that's the end of my question list.
Yeah. Any more questions? You can ask us, and
yeah, definitely send us some more questions once we get a
list. And
once we get another list of questions going, we'll do another one of these, and definitely if you guys are enjoying our videos, hit the like button. It makes the algorithms or makes the YouTube gods happy, and
yeah, whatever happens, yeah.
But also, if you haven't done so already, subscribe. We're always looking for subscribers. Mm-hmm. We just love hearing from you guys. It's just such a great blessing to hear from you, and that the content we're putting out is actually bringing joy to people's lives. So, yeah.
I think that's it for today.
That's it.
All right.
So
see you next time.
God bless y'all.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.